We're back! I mean, technically we've been back for like 3 weeks, but we haven't actually
We have
recorded.
never left by chronological order of upload release. We have not left the internet, but technically we're back in terms of reality.
Yeah, we've
which
been
is
gone
something
for
that
like
the
3
internet does not
weeks.
delve in frequently.
Yay! Hopefully today's episode won't be as bad as the last two were, because the last two were literally just us like padding out time, trying to reach the
I
time
thought
limit.
last episode was kind of interesting.
Okay, last episode was kind of fun because we were reading the dumbass Amazon customer reviews.
Yeah, I say we bring Keekray on the podcast at least once a month and go through one of those topics because he's not going to find another outlet for those topics.
If
And
he's
he had
available, then for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right,
Guys,
hello,
welcome back to
everyone.
Grease and Oil.
Welcome back to Grease and Oil.
I'm your
And,
host, Mr. MPS, and here's also my host, because we don't need to judge people and call them co-whatevers, Mr. Conductor Fan, 1406.
This is Vinnie's Hat at Vinnie's Hat on Twitter.
Okay, did you make that account?
That is not me.
That account is so funny.
I swear to God, that's not me. Someone else did that. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. And the person who's listening is probably listening. The person who made that's probably listening. And now he or shim, whatever gender neutral bathroom, whichever general. I can't talk today.
English, motherfucker.
English.
Do you speak it?
No. Okay, welcome back to the Grease and Oil podcast. Today, we have my microphone back, and I'm not recording on my phone.
Yay!
Recording on a legitimate microphone, and don't you miss these up close and personal audio clips? I sure do. All right.
I must say that I enjoyed that conversation you and the Vinnie's Hat account had. The one where you said sorry about throwing you in the toilet.
Oh, I dropped it in one time, and that's why it looks like shit.
Kate, question. Was there anything in the toilet at the time? Oh, gross, dude. Ew.
I was drowning my sister, and her head got stuck when I flushed, and then the hat fell off, and then all my chocolate pudding fell in there.
Oh,
dude,
ew.
and all the maggots and all that stuff. But now we're good. We're back, and we are Grease and Oil. Welcome to the podcast. If you are being turned off by this, I know that shit is a major turnoff for me usually, but you know, there's always that 1%. Welcome back to your domain. Speaking of domain and things that you should be listening to, Matt has a monologue, so take it away.
I do.
Matt.
By the way, I'd like to preface this by saying all these monologues are things that actually happened to me. Like,
yeah, we're not making any of this shit up. All the weird Sir Handle on the Great Wall of China dream, that legitimately happened. That happened when I was like 8.
Like, everybody knows most stand-up comedians make up all their shit, but we are being serious. These things actually happen to us.
Yeah, well, we're not comedians and we're not standing up, so those doesn't qualify for us.
I'm standing up. I got a standing desk.
Really?
No.
Wait, seriously?
No, I'm kidding, dog.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Well,
anyways, so today I went to Dairy Queen, as I usually do, because I'm a little fat. So I went.
Okay, when you talk in that weird voice, at least in the Skype call, I can't understand you.
Said I'm a little fat. I went to I went to Dairy Queen today because I was hungry, and I got me a cookie dough blizzard. But as I walked in the door, this guy's sitting at the freaking cash register staring. You know the guy from Have you ever seen 30 Rock?
Not really.
Okay, there's a blonde guy in 30 Rock with like huge teeth, and he's like really awkward. His name is Jack McBrayer.
Okay.
He's like you've seen this guy before. He's like real weird looking. Here,
I'm gonna look him up right now.
I'll send you a picture in the Skype call. Or there we go.
Jack. That
guy. Yeah. This motherfucker.
Jr.
This motherfucker looked exactly like this guy, but like as a high school student. And he's just staring at me with like his teeth hanging out and his giant eyes, just like, "Hi, welcome to Dairy Queen." I'm like, hi. Thanks, dog. And so I go and place my order. And I'm like, can I get a medium cookie dough blizzard? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he just sits there and like stares at me for like a couple seconds before he actually puts it into the cash register. And I'm like, am I about to die? Is this guy gonna stab me? So he gets me a cookie dough blizzard. He's just like, here you go. And I'm like, thanks. And so by now, I'm ready to get the fuck out of there because creepy Dairy Queen guy is scaring me. So as I walk out, I just turn around and look, and his eyes are just following me as I leave.
Oh, Jesus.
And I go out the door, and I see him. I look back in, and he's still, because he's got the glass door, and he's still just looking at me through the door.
You are the sexiest child I've seen
So
all
now
day. I'd just like to tell you that.
I'm kind of scared that, but no, it was just like a completely blank stare. He's just like staring at me. So now I'm home alone. For those of you who don't know, I've been home alone for the past 2 days, and I'm gonna be home.
For those of you that think he's married, he's not.
No, my parents are gone, so I got the house to myself, and I get to throw crazy house parties, which consist of me ordering delivery and eating it. And
woo! The party's always lit at Matt's house.
So I'm always scared that I'm gonna like go upstairs at like midnight, and he's just gonna be there, just waiting at me, waiting for me. He's just gonna creepy Dairy Queen guy. I'm now super afraid that every time I hear a noise in the house, it's just creepy Dairy Queen guy. That's
you walk out of the store with your milkshake Blizzard thing, and you look at the bottom of the cup and it's got his number on it.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Anytime.
Dude, what if like tomorrow I go for a bike ride and then I come back home and creepy Dairy Queen guy like has a key to my house and he's locking the door, and then he like comes out of my house, locks the door and just walks away.
Fancy seeing you here, sugar buns.
And then I like go inside and like nothing has changed. But I'm like super paranoid that everything like every little thing, it's creepy.
You see him locking up, and you run out, you get into the car, you start driving, then because you're so scared you go over the speed limit, and a cop pulls you over, and the cop is him, and you get out of the car. You start running, and you go to the bathroom, and there's like a guy knocking on the door. Hey, is someone in there? And it's him, and you run out of there. And you fucking go to like, okay, I'll hide in elementary school because that's what normal people do. And you walk into the school, and not only the teacher and all the students are him. And then you run into a dark alleyway, and there's a lot of graffiti. And you look at the wall, and there's a big picture of him saying, "I will."
It reminds me of that reminds me of that real life Cannibal Shia LaBeouf video. Have you ever seen that?
You mean the one on the stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the song on iTunes.
Did you actually? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I'm not even fucking right. I bought the Living in the Shadow Shia LaBeouf song.
For those of you who haven't seen that video, it's like
link in the description to the Shia LaBeouf
I'll
song.
link this in the description. But it's like running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf. Killing for sport. It's Shia LaBeouf. Normal Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf. It's so funny. The video's so great. And then Shia LaBeouf's actually in the video at the very end.
Spoilers! Jesus Christ, Matt.
What?
For them.
Oh no, I spoiled a YouTube music video. Oh no. Alright, anyways, that's my... What if one day I just come home and he's just like doing that thing where he comes out of my house and locks the door? What if I change the locks to my door? And then I come home the next day, and he still has the key to my door.
You go on YouTube and you click on just a random video just to take your mind off.
And
of
it's just him staring at me.
You open YouTube to some pretty mind-numbing video. You just open up the newest TCC video.
I open up the newest Mr. Conductor.
Every single train has his face just saying, "That'll be $4.95. That'll be $4.95.
God,
that'll be $4.95." And then Donald Douglas, "That'll be $4.95, laddie.
What?
Oh, that'll be $4.95.
What if
on faster, that'll be $4.95."
Imagine I come home one day and like he's made his move and just like everything in my house is facing the opposite direction it was facing beforehand.
Everything in your house says "false god" on it, and damaged.
Damaged.
Yes. Yeah, or whatever other segue.
Speaking of
hey
damaged,
guys, did you see Suicide Squad? Because Matt and I did, and today, if you're wondering about the fucking title and thumbnail for this video, there's completely nothing to do with what we've discussed thus far. You're in luck, because we're talking about Suicide Squad after 10 minutes or whatever. What did you think about Suicide Squad, Matt?
I thought the movie was enjoyable as hell, but it wasn't a good movie.
Holy shit, we agree on something.
I thought it was a bad, poorly made movie, but I thought it was fun as hell.
Wow. Good job. I am so... Because we had such different opinions about Batman versus Superman. But yeah, I actually agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, you can tell the movie was obviously cut to shit. It's super choppy. There's some dialogue and
editing
plot
and the fucking... I feel like for most of the instances where there's like a soundtrack or like a song...
Yeah.
added over the scene. It's like, okay, we got the rights for this song. Put it in somewhere. It doesn't matter if it fits, but we just got to include it on the soundtrack so people like listen to the song.
Well, I mean, there's Eminem's "Without Me," you know, two trailer park girls come round the outside.
There were like, I think there was at least 2 songs that I felt worked. I think there was like 4 or 5 total. But
I think Eminem, the Eminem one worked. I thought AC/DC worked with the introduction of Boomerang. By the way, I love the Flash's cameo.
The Flash was pretty great.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, this is spoilers. Harley Quinn dies in the first 5 minutes. All the scenes in the trailer.
And Slipknot saves the entire team.
Slipknot. Oh, dude, he had so many memories.
Based Slipknot.
Okay, Slipknot is literally the funniest character in the film. It's so all of it. He has got so many one-liners. You could make an entire Joker tattoo body
based
out
of his Slipknot.
Fucking okay. Harley was shit.
Was shit. Slipknot was amazing, dude. Oh my god.
He and the black government woman really hit it off.
Amanda Waller, yeah.
I like to see them.
Their chemistry just blew my mind, dude.
Oh yeah, it blew my dick off. It was just flying out the window of the theater. It was amazing.
I wasn't gonna. Okay. Anyways.
Well, I mean, we should also discuss that pretty much everything we've said up to this point has been completely sarcastic.
It's bullshit. Slipknot dies after 2 minutes of fucking screen time.
Slipknot dies. Harley is in it for most of it, and you could really call this the Harley movie.
The Harley and Deadshot movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it is that most of the other characters don't really get any screen time, and I don't really have a problem with that because Harley and Deadshot were both written fairly well and acted pretty well. It
okay,
wasn't,
first of all, let's summarize the good. So good, go ahead with the good.
Okay, the good, the bad, and the Killer Croc. So basically,
not me, shorty. I'm beautiful.
That's a really good line.
It is a good. That's like one of his 2 lines in the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, he says like, "Oh no, look out" or something when they're on the roof. It's like, okay, okay. So basically, Harley was really good for most. There was a couple lines where it's like that feels like a script or a T-shirt.
Okay, yeah, the scene where she like busts a window and like steals the purse and she's like, "We're bad guys."
That's the most forced thing.
It was obviously a trailer shot because it had no build up. It just cut from one scene immediately to her busting the fucking.
Open the scene. They do some. I don't remember what was the scene before. They do some other scene and then they cut to the Suicide Squad and then she does the whole "We're bad guys." This is what we do.
I mean, there's like no set. I would have enjoyed it if it would have just been set up of them just like chilling, walking down the street, just like doing nothing and just like chatting. She's out of nowhere, bust the fucking window. But no, it just immediately cuts to the window breaking.
Honestly, I feel like I feel this might have been said before. I don't know, but I feel like there was a cut of the movie that was different. Obviously, there is a cut of the movie that was different. But 100%. They filmed that scene. They used it in the trailer. Thought, oh, that's gonna be good for the movie.
Plus,
then when they edited it together,
they
cut out that little interaction because it had nothing to do with the rest of the story. Then Warner Bros. They sent it to Warner Bros. And Warner's like, "Wait, where's that Harley breaking the window scene? That was so funny from the trailer. You have to put that in." And it's like,
well, it's obvious that WB is still trying to catch up to Marvel by making funny jokes and humor and funny music.
Guardians of the Galaxy will always be a superior film to Suicide Squad, and that is clearly what they were going for in terms of tone, soundtrack, generic bad guy.
Oh yeah, Enchantress sucked dick.
I didn't see that part, but
I mean,
okay.
As a villain, she sucked dick.
Well, I didn't think she was a hero either.
Although I will admit, the scene where she transforms into Enchantress in the boardroom and the hand comes underneath her.
With the hand, I literally went, whoa, like at that level.
That was pretty sick.
Okay, so there's that one shot where the little white girl hand is on the table and this black
demon hand.
This black not African
American hand comes underneath her.
Creepy, awful, disgusting, dirty African American hand came out and got rid of the white. And I don't like when black gets rid of the white. I usually like to stick with the white usually in my life. I'm just saying. But anyways.
You know what else is black? Grease and oil. There's a little racist bit for the day. Let's get back to the movie.
Okay. No, but the only cool Enchantress thing was pretty much that scene. She wasn't interesting. I was actually very confused during certain parts
Okay,
of
here,
it. Just like
let me see if I can
was
sum
not.
up Enchantress's evil plan here. She awakens from being fucking in a jar for like thousands of
Like
years,
400 years,
and
whatever,
then
yeah.
she says, "Oh, these humans don't worship me anymore. They worship machines," which is all well and good motivation. So I'm gonna build a machine to make them that's gonna shoot a giant ball of trash in the sky, and then
That's yeah, I was so out of it during that part. I was just like, okay, we can get to the Suicide Squad. They're gonna be interesting characters, and it was like, yes, sort of. And it's like, wait, I was either I don't know. It was like freaking 11 when I saw them. It was really late.
the
But
following
I
are
don't
the interest.
I honestly don't know if I was just really tired or it was just like I don't understand this. I was really tired anyways, but I wasn't sure if I was legitimately asleep during that part or just like, oh, like I
No,
don't
they
know.
just never
I don't
explained
know
it.
if I
You
was
weren't asleep. They
if
just
I
never
slept
explained it.
through something. I'm not sure. I don't know. But the freaking Enchantress was so boring as a villain because the villains are the main characters in the film. So have a villain of the villain. Technically, the villain of the villain would be a good guy. You know how cool it would have been if like
Exactly. The villain should have
you
either
know how
been
cool it would
Batman
have been
or
if someone
Joker.
no, but think okay, like well, sort of, but like, you know how cool, you know how cool it would have been if the villain of the film was like one of the Justice League, and you saw like the Justice League. They're the good guys. They're peace and justice and truth and the American way, all that stuff. That's that Captain America, but whatever. They're the good guys. And then when you see it from, you know how cool it would have been if they did a Suicide Squad where all the villains they're bad guys and the audience is trying to feel for them. You're trying to make the audience sympathize
And you
with them.
see it through their perspective.
Yeah, and you make the audience side against Flash,
I would have
Cyborg,
fucking
Aquaman.
loved that.
Think about that.
I mean,
It's
in
the
the
same.
Suicide
the
Squad
same
is my
story.
favorite DC like property. So I can say that
Never read.
in the comic books, a lot of the time, or actually all of the time, Suicide Squad goes in to do things that the government can't do, like assassinate a dictator or like take back
Yeah,
a war-torn
not fucking-
country. But not
okay, yeah.
fight a fucking extra-dimensional threat. Like, that's Justice League shit there.
Okay,
Suicide Squad
Superman
would be to
is
go
dead,
shoot a corrupt
obviously.
dictator.
Where the hell was Batman during the weird garbage sky thing? Why wasn't there a legitimate actual superhero showing up at that point? There's like, oh yeah, well I already did my 2 cameos in the film.
Well, I mean, especially since we see Batman in the movie earlier on. We see Flash in
That
the
is
movie.
yeah. Okay, while we're on the topic of good things I liked in the movie, I love the fact that this was not a Harley and Joker movie that had Batman in it.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
a Harley movie with Deadshot and a couple other characters that weren't as well known.
Here are
Batman
the interesting
showed-
characters in this movie.
Batman showed up for.
Deadshot, Harley, Amanda Waller. Those are the only interesting characters in this movie.
I fucking hate Captain Boomerang.
He's just so stupid.
He is so stupid, and the fact that his name is Captain Boomerang
That's
is
the
like
point.
if
You were supposed to hate Captain Boomerang. Captain
I
Boomerang
know,
is the
but it's like if
scumbag
you had an
asshole
Asian
of the
character.
Suicide Squad.
It's like if they had
It's like if they had an Asian Japanese character named Katana. Oh wait.
Oh, okay. True. It's like if they had an Indian character and they named her like Curry or something. Like what the fuck?
You know what's really funny?
Captain Boomerang.
It's
really
really
That's, like,
funny.
one of the
Both
3 things people know about Australia.
Marvel has 2 villainous characters, one of whom is named the Kangaroo, who is Australian. The other one is named just Boomerang. He is also Australian. So
See,
at least
Boomerang is slightly better because it's the same joke as Captain Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the same joke if that sounds stupid. Just go with the latter. Just say Deadpool, no Captain. Just say Boomerang, no Captain. But, I get that's probably what you just said is because there's already a licensed character named Boomerang from Marvel. They probably do Captain on there. But still, it was just so like, wow, that, oh, geez, you're serious. This is like naming, you have your American superhero, and his name is Captain Mayonnaise or Burgers.
It's like you have an American superhero named Captain America.
Yeah,
I'm joking. I'm just being.
I mean, they really emphasize the fact that he is the American way and blah blah because he was created during the Second World War.
Can we talk about how awesome Deadshot was? Deadshot was
Deadshot,
so fucking cool in this movie.
I really, really wanted him to not be Will Smith as much. If like okay, like I wanted to see more of his weird like mask.
Yeah, if you would have had the mask on, then he wouldn't have been Will Smith so much. He puts the mask on twice in the movie.
He puts so basically like if you because now if you think of Deadshot, people familiarize Deadshot in a okay who's Deadshot? Oh, he's Will Smith with a weird eye thing in a Deadpool costume without the head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Although
Deadshot,
I think
that's not Deadshot. Deadshot is the whole Deadpool thing, but with the white mask, and he only wears the white mask like twice, and it's like, oh, you're just that's like in like the earlier Batman movie, like in the first Batman movie, there was a deleted scene where Bruce Wayne was gonna chase after the Joker's henchman on a fucking horse. It wouldn't be Batman, it would be Bruce Wayne in his tux riding through the streets of Gotham, galloping through the city on a horse.
Are you serious
like
right
that.
now, or are you just fucking with me?
I will send you a link to the storyboard sequence.
Oh
I'm not even kidding. Dude. Like, even if it was Batman would have been even lamer because it's like the middle of the fucking day. But like you would have that movie. They storyboarded it. It was in the script. It was a legitimate thing they took seriously, and they cut it out later. But like, there was an entire scene where Batman wasn't Batman. It was Bruce Wayne doing Batman-y things. This is the same thing. There's not Deadshot. That's Will Smith doing Deadshot things in a Deadshot costume, but that's not Deadshot. Deadshot is the guy with the mask. And it's like, okay, they don't want to do the mask because
we got to see Will Smith's face.
Yeah, but why?
Because he's Will Smith.
Like this, like, or like.
I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I wanted to see more of him in the mask too.
I wanted to see him more in the mask, and it closes further opportunity to, like, for example, in Justice League. You know how cool it would be if there was like a montage. I have no idea. I know very little about Justice League. I've only seen the trailer. But like in Justice League, if there was some sort of like a montage of like people fighting villains, and the Batman part, it was like Deadshot, and it was like, yeah, Deadshot's just like in the background, and you see him with the mask.
You don't even need Will Smith for the role.
You wouldn't even have some extra with a mask. Well, because you have made the Deadshot the quote unquote iconic thing. The thing that people think of when they see Deadshot is when he's not wearing the mask. That ruins it because they're like, oh, we don't want to bring Deadshot in because we don't want to pay Will Smith $5 million for a 2-minute cameo. That closes all the opportunities for the sort of like quote unquote world building and including him just little bits here and there, because that's what they did with Batman in this movie, and that was awesome. They had him. He wasn't a major character. He appeared for 2 seconds. It's just further establishing the fact that it's like, oh no, these aren't like different movies. It's one big universe where Batman can just show up for 5 seconds and it's not weird. That's awesome.
I will admit though that I did love Deadshot's quote Will Smith lines in this movie. Like the one where he's like, I want my daughter to go to an Ivy League school, and if her grades aren't good enough, you gotta white people that shit.
That was, yeah, that whole thing there was great. Okay, obviously he wouldn't wear his mask there, but when they get the boxes full of all their supervillain suits and whatever, that would have been really cool if at least one more scene.
Like he just like pulled it on or something like that and was like, yeah, dude.
Or whatever. Yeah, he only wore it like twice in the movie, and it was just bugging me because like, just put on them, that's like if they did Batman versus Superman, and Batman had his whole Batman outfit, but they didn't have his cowl, and it's just Ben Affleck dancing around, or whatever. It was just weird because it's like that's not that. Just one more little thing.
I also like the Deadshot line where Amanda Waller says, "Kill Harley," and he's like, "Nah," and she's like, "You'll get to see your daughter if you do," and then Deadshot just goes, "Oh, well, that bitch gonna die. That bitch gonna die."
Yeah.
Although I will say that I hated that line that they used in every one of the trailers. He's like, "So we're the Patsies, huh? We're some kind of suicide squad." And this is like, oh my fucking god.
And it's like, oh, he said it. Oh, he did it. Oh.
Roll credits.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
God, I hated that so much.
There were so many good things, and so many bad. It's such a mixed bag. Because Batman vs Superman is very subjective. I liked it just because, like, ooh, wow, I've never seen this before. I want to see a new version of Bruce Wayne. That's cool. I want to see this. I enjoyed it. I guarantee if I rewatch it, it won't be as good as the first time I saw it.
Speaking of BVS, I liked how in this movie Batman wasn't a psychopathic murderer like he was in that movie.
He fucking shows up with handcuffs.
Yeah, I know. And he says, I don't want to do this in front of your daughter, Deadshot.
That's like that is Batman, and yeah,
And Batman running
admit,
people over in his fucking tank is not.
yeah, I'll admit I'm not completely against that because the first Batman stuff I saw was
It's the Tim Burton
the Tim
stuff where he
Burton
shoves a
movies, and
bomb down some guy's
yeah,
pants.
I'm used to that, and I know that's not really Batman, but I've familiarized myself with that version of Batman. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, but yeah, for going strictly by comics and stuff that I haven't really read because I've only read like 5 like real Batman comics, I'd say yeah, freaking Batman shows up with handcuffs and says, no, you don't want to do this for your daughter, whatever. That's so like yeah, and you feel the only I guarantee,
And he doesn't kick his ass or anything. He just handcuffs him and leaves him there for the
I
police.
guarantee the only reason they did that was because Zack Snyder wasn't involved in this production. I guarantee it.
Zack Snyder should be like, nah, man, he should have fucking cracked his arm and then almost broke his neck.
He should have. Batman should have picked up his daughter from the legs and then beaten Deadshot to death with his daughter,
Holy shit.
and then left them bleeding in the alleyway in the snow for the police to come and pick up later on, both branded with bat symbols.
Can I say that Slipknot was actually by far the best part of this movie? You know, I read an interview with the actor that said that I read an interview with the actor that said that he had to learn a bunch of like rope tricks and like combat training. Slipknot had to learn a bunch of like rope tricks and combat training. He had to undergo weeks and weeks of that, and he doesn't even get to show off any of that.
I feel like in that alternate cut that will be released eventually, there will be a lot more Slipknot and at least another Joker scene.
I feel like I feel like the opposite. There will be a lot more Joker and at least one more Slipknot scene, because they said that there was a scene at the beginning where Amanda Waller's briefing the general or whatever on the Suicide Squad. There was a Slipknot scene that they shot for that, but they just didn't use it.
Like his origin, and they just like, no one knows who he is, whatever.
We're gonna kill him anyways. I mean, that's the way it goes down in the comics. The same thing happens. Boomerang tricks him into testing if the bombs are real, and instead of in the comics, his arm gets blown off instead of his head.
Yeah, one of those is a lot more fatal than the other.
Yeah. I also love that they just left his body just hanging from the roof. Didn't even bother to cut him down in the movie. They just left him hanging there.
Actually, it didn't register with me that was Slipknot until a lot later on. Because again, I don't know if I was just tired or if I was just really more interested in the things that I knew. I paid more attention in the Harley and Joker scenes more than anything else. And it was like, oh, wait, who's the guy that died? Is that? Okay. Oh, really? It didn't register with me.
I also read another interview with the actor, and he said that, you know how Flash caught Boomerang and Batman caught Deadshot and Harley? The actors who played Slipknot said that Wonder Woman caught Slipknot.
Fuck.
Slipknot for Wonder Woman movie confirmed. Slipknot kills Wonder Woman in the first 30 minutes, and it becomes a Slipknot movie.
Dude, the Slipknot musical on ice. The concert experience world tour 2017
guest starring creepy Dairy Queen guy. Can creepy Dairy Queen guy be in the next Suicide Squad movie? Just like he throws ice cream at people.
He will be the Slipknot because everyone will want him to be dead, and it's like, oh, here's a bomb, lol. Oh, is this a bomb? Oh, it is a bomb. You said it was a bomb, but I didn't think it was a bomb. Lol.
You know, the Justice League, like the promotional tagline that they're using to advertise the Justice League is Unite the Seven, but there's only 6 Justice League members right now. Slipknot is the 7th Justice League member confirmed. # untie the 7.
Wait, are you... Does the 6 include or not include Superman?
Batman, Superman, Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
Okay.
That's only 6. 7th one is Slipknot. # untie the 7.
I would love to see the fucking.
What if they keep bringing Slipknot back in every DC movie? He just dies horribly in every single one.
Either they bring him back through like a weird made up Superman power, or he's just brought up and everyone happens to have an encounter from Slipknot before he died, and so like.
But all of them are like super.
This movie we have the Wonder Woman Slipknot flashback. This movie we have the Superman Slipknot flashback.
And what if every single encounter the villains like struggle super hard to beat him and only get away by like the skin of their teeth?
Oh jeez.
God,
Yeah,
we're
okay,
spending
so
way too much time talking about Slipknot. Okay,
yeah,
we
so
spent
there's
way
like
too much time talking about.
there's like one Slipknot fan listening to this like, oh my god, oh, I'm subscribing and oh
Welcome to
my god,
the Slipknot podcast.
I'm looking at the picture that you sent me of the blonde guy. He's like, whoa, oh my god,
I guess that's the only
that
Slipknot
actor
fan.
is a huge fan of Slipknot. Just
I
watch.
am for sure.
And it's his favorite DC character.
I'm for sure gonna put Slipknot in the thumbnail.
Oh god, no, don't.
Slipknot's going in this fucking thumbnail.
Okay, don't make it too gay, because we're all about being straight here at the Grease and Oil podcast. No gays, no.
Okay, let's talk about the things we didn't like about this movie.
All right, but I'm not done.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
We talked about fucking Slipknot for like half an hour. Okay, okay. So Batman showing up for like 5 seconds, very good. Joker showing up for about 15 minutes, very, very good, because again, it was not. Now the problem I have with that is the fact that the film, if you watch the film just on its own without just taking in the context of the film, without looking at the promotional material, trailers, posters, whatever, it works. But if you're watching if you watch like 2 or 3 of the trailers, then go in to watch the movie, you'll be disappointed because Joker is in so much of the trailers and he's not in the movie. I don't have a problem.
You like
with
Joker?
The fact I like Joker, but the thing is, I don't have a problem with the fact that he's not in the movie that much. He's not supposed to be. It's not the Joker movie because he's not a part of the freaking Suicide Squad. That works. I'm okay with that. I'm not complaining about that. But they advertised it like he was, and he's not. And it's annoying as fuck.
I really didn't like Joker in this movie.
Really?
Nope. I thought Jared Leto was trying way too hard to be weird and edgy and hardcore and Joker.
I can agree with. Okay, I think this is the same thing with Lex in Batman vs Superman.
Maybe.
In that, yeah, he looked like people are like questioning it. I'm not sure from the trailer. Then they saw it, and most people have a negative reaction. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna say it was.
I didn't mind him in some of his scenes. I didn't mind him in the club scene because there he seemed really unstable, always like flip flopping back and forth when he's talking to the tattooed man.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was like, once again, I don't. If you think of the Joker in most and again, I know it's a different incarnation, different team, different ideas. That makes sense. You can do your own thing with the character. I get that. But if you think about would the Joker be the type of guy to say kiss the ring? That's not the Joker.
I sort of liked the reinvention though of him as
This is like a freaking mob boss.
I liked the reinvention of him as a mob boss. I kind of like that, honestly.
I like the idea of the mob boss, but it's like, I don't. There's some things. There's a certain, I don't know, more tasteful, quote unquote. Not really tasteful. It's just there's a way to do it where you sort of tread lightly and just like sort of do. And they went bold, and you have to respect them to some degree of not just, hey, I'm gonna be Heath Ledger but with short hair.
Right.
They didn't do that. This is a completely different Joker, and Heath Ledger was a billion times better, of course. But like, they did something different, and you gotta credit them with trying something new. It wasn't the best choice, and I'm not saying I personally thought he was okay. It wasn't. There were certain, again, with Lex Luthor, I was cringing during 35% of it, maybe. Same with this. I was cringing to like 35%, but I was also cringing during some of Harley's scenes because Harley scenes were really good, most of them. But there was like 1 or 2 times I think when they're on the helicopter, it's like, Harley Quinn, nice to meet ya. No.
I think that was a great scene, but I mean, again, you are entitled to your opinion, dog.
It felt like, it's like, okay, so what, Harley's like a stereotype of this, so we'll have her say that, and it's like,
no, it's that everybody else is super scared of Katana. She just fucking murdered
and then
a bunch
she's
of
like
people.
all happy about that, but it's like, I don't know.
Well, it's like the same.
You can have her be happy, but it's like it sounds like if she talked like that and then she'd be like, oh, I'm just like I'm like doing like a fake New York accent. That's really funny. Was that funny? Lol.
The same reason they had Harley do that line, "We're gonna kill lots of people," and like with her mallet.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I don't know, maybe it's just me being weird, but there were most of Harley was very good. I love my favorite scene in the entire movie. My favorite scene in the entire movie was when she's in the elevator and she goes apeshit on the weird Google.
And then she just walks down. She's like, "Hey guys."
Yeah, exactly. I love that. That was good Harley. I just felt like the weird, nice to meet you. That's like, hey, what is Harley? It's like you ask a little kid, what does Harley Quinn say? Na 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 na. Okay, we'll put that in the movie. Sure thing. What does Batman say? Oh, Batman. Okay, we'll put that in the movie too. Lol, yay.
I hated the Joker's damaged tattoo on his forehead.
That is just, yeah, it's, I mean, for the record, this movie is just like, Hot Topic presents DC Comics.
Speaking of which, did you hear that Jared Leto is like
It's Leto.
Jared Leto is like super pissed off about the way they treated the Joker in this movie and how they cut out like all of his scenes. He's doing so many interviews now where he's like so mad. He is saying so much stuff about how pissed off he is that they cut out most of his scenes.
Well, I would be too.
Like he did an interview where they talked about Warner Brothers and he's like, man, fuck those guys. And now people are speculating that he might not come back to play Joker again because he's like, after what happened in this movie, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't come back to play Joker again.
Is there going to be another opportunity for him to play? Like, is there going to be a Suicide Squad 2?
Yes, and also there's going to be a solo Batman movie.
Okay. I'm looking forward to the solo Batman movie.
Directed and written by Ben Affleck.
Okay, double excited.
Yeah.
For that. I heard about the fact that it's a solo movie. I didn't know it was directed and written by Ben Affleck. That sounds really awesome.
I also found a big plot hole in the movie. Surprise, a plot hole in Suicide Squad.
Shut up. Shh, almost. Wait. The thing that if they do, and they are doing the solo Batman movie, please don't make Joker the villain because that's so stereotypical. Make it any other villain that we haven't seen. Yeah, make her. Oh my god, dude.
A good Riddler? Dude, Riddler is actually my favorite Batman villain.
Okay,
so...
First day of school was today, and my freaking history teacher is named Mr. Riddle.
Are you serious?
His name is Mr. Riddle.
That's badass! Oh my god, dude.
And he's a tall, spindly tall guy who sort of prances around a little bit.
Does he wear glasses?
Yes.
Does he wear green?
If he wore green, he's literally one step away from being the Riddler.
Oh
He wore like a gray suit and a tie. But other than that, I swear to fucking god, he's Edward Nygma.
I love the Riddler so much. He's my favorite Batman villain. I have a giant ass Riddler cane in my room that I'm looking at right now with the question mark on top of it.
Is that okay, I was gonna say, is that the cane that you use for the guy with the weird
No, that's it's one with the question mark on it. You can see it in the background of some of my shit.
Okay, that is awesome. Wow. Okay, if there's one thing that Jim Carrey did well as the Joker, as the Riddler, it was his awesome cane.
His cane twirling, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I'm gonna admit something that's gonna make me sound super noobish, but when I was a little kid, like when I was little, when they first announced The Dark Knight Rises and that Bane was gonna be the villain in it, I wrote a letter to Christopher Nolan asking him to make the Riddler the villain in the movie instead of Bane.
Okay, 2 questions. One, I don't think that's how movies work.
I know. I was a kid, dog.
And 2, how little... Dark Knight Rises didn't come out that long ago.
I was 11.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. You were born in 99?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, okay. I guess that counts, yeah.
So...
Still, that's weird. All right.
Anyways,
so let's talk,
Like I was gonna say...
Okay, so we talked about the good... Okay, so I personally am sort of neutral towards Jared Leto Joker. Now, what is the bad of Suicide Squad in your opinion, Matt?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I found a big plot hole in this movie that's bothering me more than it should. Okay, so
go.
David Ayer, the director of the movie, did an interview before the movie came out that explained why the Joker has like the stupid grills and the damaged tattoo on his forehead. So basically... The reason that he has those is because, according to David Ayer, that when after Joker killed Robin, Batman showed up and beat the living shit out of Joker and punched all the teeth out of his mouth. And so that's why he got them replaced with the grills and put the damage tattoo on his forehead, like as a reminder to Batman, like, oh, you fucked me up, and I'm never gonna let you forget it. And at the beginning of the movie, when like Harley Quinn's title card pops up, it says "Accomplice to the murder of Robin." However, when Joker is in Arkham Asylum talking to Harley, when she's still Harleen, he has the grills and the tattoo. Yeah.
Oh.
That pisses me off so much because that is a great backstory and reason as to why he has the stupid grills and tattoo.
because fuck, wait, shit.
Literally, all they would have had to do is remove the Harley is an accomplice to the murder of Robin thing.
Because we kind of already assumed that. But,
yeah.
Damn. Shit. Wait. Okay. Hold up. So are we sure this is damaged Joker? In the flashback scene when he's like, "You've got a friend now."
Yeah.
You sure?
Here, let me find a.
Okay.
Because I know I know 100% that he has the grills in that scene. Here, let me send you. Here. Hold on. I'm sending you a picture. This is a picture of him when he's doing the interview with Harley. It's sending right now. Look at it. He's got the grills and he's got the tattoo.
Okay, that is. That's bugging me too.
I know, right? Because it's such a great explanation as to why he has them.
Have you heard the theory about how, like, the Joker is just Robin going insane?
That's a stupid fucking...
Okay, I wasn't sure if that, like,
it's
actually
not true, and it's a stupid
because he's got, like,
theory.
bullet holes, and then the bullet holes happen to match up with the Robin costume that's on display in the back.
No, it's dumb, and it's not true, and it's just fans trying to frickin' make connections.
Okay.
Dumb and stupid.
Okay, I don't know. I thought if that was the explanation, that could have been a really cool flashback scene.
It could have been, but it's not.
Okay. Now, you know the flashback scene I do want to see is where Batman beats the living shit out of the Joker.
I absolutely loved the flashback scene where where Joker drives the car into the river and Harley's still inside it, and Batman goes to save her.
And he fucking punches her in the face. That was awesome.
That was so cool.
And there's all these, like, feminists, like, he hit a woman, meh. Shut the fuck. That's the opposite.
She's a villain, dog. She was accomplice to the murder of a kid.
Honestly, I feel like people would have complained more if he, like, punched the Joker and then looked at her and was like, no, she's a woman. I'd never hurt a woman. Or whatever.
Well,
like, that would have...
Yeah.
They would have that even more. If you pull the Batman Returns and Catwoman's on the roof and she's like, how could you? I'm a woman! And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah. And then she fucking punches him.
Hold on, I just found an awesome thing. You know what? You know the first picture of the Joker revealed with him, like, screaming?
Yeah.
I just found something that makes that even better. Hold on. Okay. I'm sending it to you right now.
I like how we're actually making so much about the... Oh.
Look, the reason he's screaming is because Harley's giving him a tattoo.
On his ass.
That's so great.
His underwear. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, there's that. Cool.
But that explains why he's... I don't know. I liked it.
There was
a delete... something I did sort of like in this movie was that you know, in the comics and the animated series, Joker and Harley have a super, like, messed up relationship where he hits her all the time. And in this movie, he seems to, like, really love her, and he goes out of his way all the time to help save her.
Yeah, that was something... Yeah, again, see? That's the thing what this movie does, is it makes you sympathize with the bad guys, which is why you don't need a bad guy for the bad guys.
I sort of like that change in this movie, honestly. I like...
The whole... Yeah, no, the whole idea is that, yeah, you want to sympathize with these people that, yeah, generally, you know, freaking Harley does the stupid robbing the store thing, and they, you know, killing blah, blah, and he's like, oh, I'm going to kill Batman, all that stuff. Like, all that stuff would have been so much better if if the villain... Not necessarily one of the Justice League, but a person perceived by the public as a good guy. Not a bad guy for the bad guys, but why wouldn't they just... Like, that's so confusing. Why would you have a bad guy where the heroes are bad guys? That doesn't make sense. And you didn't even back it up with the fact, oh, well, this villain's gonna be awesome. This would be so crazy. You're gonna be so happy that we did this. But freaking Enchantress is awful.
Yeah.
She's so bad. And you would have made this film...
MILF.
You would have made this film.
You would have made this MILF so much better.
You would have made this MILF so much better if they'd just done it like the same type of story, just from the villain's perspective. That would have been so, like, freaking almost enlightening, you know?
Yeah.
You would have, yeah.
There was a deleted scene which showed Joker and Harley's relationship is more abusive, where, like, he smacks her around and stuff like that.
I am okay with that not being in the movie. Because
I kind of wish it was in the movie, but I'm all right with it not being in the movie. They showed enough.
I like both versions, but I like I like the idea of like, hey, whoa, even though these like terribly evil people, it's like, hey, at least they have, this little bit of respect for each other.
Well, I
That's
like
cool.
the deleted scene where, or no, not the deleted scene. I like the little hints that they have that they sort of have an abusive relationship. Like in the flashback when Joker first throws Harley in the acid pit, he like starts to leave, and then he's like, oh wait a minute, I should probably go back.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
later on, after that, when Joker drives the freaking car into the river, he just leaves her behind.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
we got some little hints.
I did really like the little sprinkling throughout the movie of Harley every 10 minutes or so. Harley like checks her phone and is like, I'm coming or whatever.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like the fact that she's like she has a cell phone and she's like checking and it's like,
Well,
oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, it's because that guard, the corrupt guard that Joker like kidnapped, gave it to her. And I like that scene where she's like leaving and the guard's like, so you're gonna tell the Joker that I treated you good, right? So he's not gonna kill me. And Harley's just like, you're screwed. And the guard's like, wait, Harley, what does that mean? Harley, get back here.
That was great. Also, speaking of things that totally fucking suck, the ending. The ending, spoilers, we already discussed this. Spoilers when the Joker is supposed to be dead, when he's, his helicopter crashes into a building, and he comes back in the end to save Harley in the exact same way that Steve comes back at the end of Civil War. And it's so
oh my god, you're totally
stupid.
right.
It's the exact same way that Steve Rogers comes back to save.
Oh my god, you're right. Whoa, dude.
He comes out to save the imprisoned, here, quote unquote, good guys, the people that the audience is rooting for. The most important character, most interesting character in the film comes back and is like, oh, I'm gonna break you out. And then the last shot of the movie is them coming and like, yeah, I'm gonna save you.
I will admit that I like that Joker's vest just had Joker written on it in giant letters. I thought that was fun.
Yes,
but
I agree with
originally
that.
The movie Joker and Harley were supposed to part on a different note. From what people can piece together, according to some people who have found some like deleted scene descriptions, originally Task Force X was going to be like heading back to their helicopter after defeating Enchantress, and then Joker was going to pop up with his face like all fucked up thanks to being burned by the helicopter, and he's going to be like, Harley, come over here, come with me. And Harley's going to be like, no, Mr. J, I have a family now or whatever, and like stay with Task Force X. And Joker's going to be like, fine, fuck you guys. He's just going to throw a bomb on the ground and disappear.
That would have been so cool.
And then it would have set up Joker.
No, and then it would have looked like the Joker from Death in the Family. You know?
The one where he cuts off his face?
Yeah.
That shit's retarded. I hate that so much.
Oh.
I think it's edgy for the sake of being edgy, and I hate that shit. I hate... I'm gonna quote Turtles here. I hate unnecessary grimdark. I hate it so much. What's the fucking reason that Joker cuts off his face? So DC can make a headline saying, hey, we have the Joker cutting off his face. It's fucking stupid.
In the context of the story, it's pointless. But the idea...
You grew up with Tim Burton, so of course you loved it. That's something Tim Burton would do.
No, if he was doing an adaptation of The Mask. Because they do that in the Mask comic, I know that.
It's like a dude. I hate that idea so much.
Okay, never... I'm just saying, not from a story standpoint, but just visually, that would have been cool if it sort of looked like when he comes out of the fire and he's like, Harley, come on, let's go. If it sort of looked like that, because Jared Leto could totally pull that off. He already looks all fucked up, because Batman beat him up.
Yeah.
He already looks like that. It would have been really cool if he sort of just visually sort of looked like that, and they made some sort of a wink or just sort of a like, hey, look, this is
here. I just sent you a picture of what it looks like. There was an image from the trailer.
Oh yeah, that wasn't in the movie.
Nope.
What?
And also it would have set up Joker for suicide.
Oh, they shot that and everything.
Guess what? That was another victim of the reshoots, I'm pretty sure, to give the movie a happier ending. Because this movie went through hella reshoots.
The reshoots include the scene when he comes into the prison at the very end.
Correct.
Huh. Okay. That's okay. So the thing that's even pissing me, this thing is pissing me off even more, isn't even the fact that it's really, really dumb and it's just like, oh hey, the Joker's coming back, yay, happy ending, lol. That not even that, but the fact that I guarantee we're gonna get to, because what's the Wonder Woman comes out so Wonder Woman comes out. Oh shit, that's in the past. So wait, Wonder Woman and then Justice League, is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, so Justice League's gonna come out, and someone's gonna reference, oh, there's a break in the prison and the Joker escorted Harley and her friends out of the prison. They're not even gonna like Suicide Squad 2 is gonna take place long after that. Which means we're never actually, this whole thing where they're like leading up to the prison break scene, we're never gonna see that. We're gonna see it in the background of us on some headline of a newspaper, in the background of some shot. We're never actually gonna see Joker breaking her out of the prison, and that's pissing me off because you had this big build up, and it's not gonna get paid off because we're not gonna cut. Suicide Squad 2 is going to take place much later. They're not going to have it take place directly after unless it's in a flashback, in which case my complaining is for nothing, and most of my complaining is for nothing.
I just realized it leads to an interesting story possibility for Suicide Squad 2, where it could be Waller sends the squad out to retrieve Harley, and she has to choose between the squad or her puddin'.
Damn, that is a good... See, and they could, like sort of incorporate the ideas from that deleted scene of her like, oh, I have a family now, but
yeah.
Do you think I mean, because I don't know, like, okay, so if she does that, then would it be like, because the Joker picks her up and she's like waving goodbye and all that stuff, would she do that if it's like, oh, I have a family now? I feel like she wouldn't do. I feel like that's another reshoot.
I mean, that was before, that scene took place before the squad knew that Waller would fuck them over.
Fair point.
Because all Harley got out of the deal was a fucking espresso machine. Killer Croc got some porn. Deadshot got to see his daughter like once every fucking 2 years or whatever. Boomerang got... all Boomerang got was a higher security cell.
Oh, man.
Rip
Okay.
Boomerang.
Yeah, I don't... I mean, because again, I feel like from what I've heard, the original cut was a lot more, even though Zack Snyder had nothing to do with it. The original cut was more Zack Snyder,
I just found the worst Joker Halloween costume ever. Ah, my God, dude. I'm gonna send this to you. Holy shit, this is official Suicide Squad merchandising.
What? What the fuck? Okay, you have to... Okay, the thumbnail for this video should be, the typical Vinnie and Matt in the left-hand and right-hand corner. Suicide Squad, the poster in the background. Have this guy in the background.
This guy and Slipknot in the background.
On top of the Suicide Squad poster.
Holy
shit. Okay, so basically, we're gonna link this photo in the description. And it's going to be the thumbnail, but you can't really see in the thumbnail. So this is a picture of a white guy, not really wearing much makeup. He's got a weird Oompa Loompa hat, and he's got a t-shirt that has, like, ha ha ha.
The Oompa Loompa hat is supposed to be his hair, dude.
It is supposed to be the Jared Leto green hair. Holy shit. He looks like someone is cosplaying as, like an evil... lime taffy piece.
God, that's so funny. That is so funny.
This is licensed Warner Brothers merchandise.
Licensed Warner Brothers merchandising.
Oh fuck. Well, I mean, the Thomas Minis are also licensed Warner merchandising.
Oh,
boom! Roasted.
You right.
And I filmed for that, so double roasted.
You're about to get a notification.
Oh no, I'm gonna get.
You're gonna get a notification in the mail saying we'd like to let you go from the TCC.
Not even in, like, email, like, actual mail. They're gonna mail a letter to my house, like, hey, can you send back all your Great Race stuff?
As a consolation, here's a take-along that you can keep.
As a consolation, here's a Snickers bar mini Emily that you can take. Or fucking, what was it? It was like Dots or like Junior Mints or something.
Suicide Squad! I liked the scene at the end where Deadshot's helping his daughter with math, and she's like, okay, so if you shoot a guy from up here and he's down on the street. I like that. That was cute.
This review, if you haven't already fucking guessed, this is very disjointed, very confusing. But honestly, the final cut of the film reflects our ideas and review of the film, because this film, I don't know if it would have been better, but it certainly would have been, like, in terms of story, but it certainly would have been executed better. It would have felt more like a movie and less like a really long trailer. Because honestly, like, watching the movie, I felt like it was either watching a trailer or, like, some sort of press thing that Warner Brothers released as like a distribution thing. I was like, here's the first 15 minutes of Deadpool or fuck Deadpool, Suicide Squad. Whoa! Honest, I went to the movies with my friend to see this, and I watched like the first 10 minutes or whatever, and I turned to him and I said, "Wait, this is the movie? This isn't a trailer? Oh shit!" I swear to God, first 10 minutes felt like a legitimate trailer or some sort of like edited, really quickly, fast-paced edited clip that Warner Brothers sent out.
You can tell that those introductions weren't supposed to happen like that. Like they were supposed to like happen as flashbacks throughout the movie, but they just threw them together at the beginning.
It was like some sort of like reverse curtain call where it's like, okay, so here's our introduction to all the characters. Here's and then there's the really obvious trailer thing where the guy in the restaurant's like, oh, and there's the Joker's girlfriend. What?
Yeah, well, and then there's also...
Why would you say that?
There's also the thing where
any facts, the other one's like, oh, that's dead. That's the Deadshot's girlfriend's boyfriend. What?
There's also the thing where he said, so these guys are bad, and Waller's like, the worst of the worst. Trailer thing, very obviously.
There's just so much in this. And again, if it was edited correctly, have made these really obvious trailer moments work in the context of the film.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that Waller says, "I put him in a hole and threw away the hole." I don't know. The Joker seems to find that hole pretty damn easy at the end of the movie. Did you notice that? She tries to say that it's all like secret and hidden. Joker just walks in.
Again, it was you said that was part of the reshoots. I just hate that scene so much because they're not gonna do that payoff. They're gonna mention like, oh yeah, Joker broke them out of not Arkham Asylum. Okay. Oh wait, didn't they show Arkham? I feel like they did.
Nope.
In the movie, they didn't.
Nope.
I thought. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was thinking.
The only time they showed Arkham in the movie was when Harley's interviewing Joker.
Okay, that's what I thought. No, they did briefly show Arkham. That was cool. I like that shot.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I mean,
it was straight out of the animated series, basically.
Yeah, no, exactly. That was really cool. The whole interaction when they're interviewing him, that was all done very well. All the flashback stuff.
I thought it was really funny though that when they bring Boomerang out for the first time, like the very first thing he does is punch someone. He just busts out of the bag and punches. Same with Slipknot. When they bring him out of the van.
So this film, There's
fun parts to it, but it's very stupid.
Okay, if you go into it knowing that the footage in the trailer and what you saw in the trailers, it's not going to be that movie. It's not going to be the DC Guardians of the Galaxy. It's what it's trying to be, but that's not what they did with the end result. And I feel like this film, honestly, should be a one-off. I don't think they're going to do it, but I don't think Suicide
Squad making hella money and it's got Will Smith.
Yeah. Suicide Squad 2 shouldn't exist to me. I think this should be a one-time thing where they bound off and they do a Harley Quinn movie and they do another Batman movie. No, what I'm saying is Suicide Squad shouldn't be a franchise. Suicide Squad should be that one movie where these certain characters in this jumble were put together on screen. There shouldn't be a Suicide Squad 2. Suicide Squad 2, it's like Iron Man, the Iron Man films in relation to the Avengers. There shouldn't be obviously they did Avengers 2, but there shouldn't be they shouldn't do Civil War as its own franchise because That's not the Avengers. That's like most of the Avengers, but without Thor and without Hulk. They wouldn't do Civil War 2.
I will forgive Suicide Squad 2 if they name it Suicide Squad.
In the same light of like Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa.
Yeah, or like Taken 4 or Taken 3 being Take 3 in.
Yeah. Okay.
If they make another Taken movie, it should be called Taken Eggs and Cheese.
To make another Taken movie, they just call it like Found.
Taken 5 Origins. They just make Taken 1
It's just like a normal movie. It's all the stuff that happened before it was taken. It's a normal
Liam Neeson.
It's a normal movie about Liam Neeson and his family, like doing
He's
taxes.
He's just doing normal ass shit. going to Whole Foods.
He goes to see Suicide Squad and is really disappointed.
Going to Whole Foods, just doing normal person shit.
Going to Whole Foods and like spending $500 and being disappointed. He only got 3 things. That's how Whole Foods works.
I've never been to Whole Foods.
I've never been to Whole Foods. I've never been to Kmart. I've never been to Walmart. I haven't been to most marts. I've been to Walgreens, that's different.
Walgreens sells lots of Baja Blast, or used to before Baja Blast, and lost the decision.
I've still never drunk Baja Blast.
I get drunk all the time.
Frozen or unfrozen, either way, I've never had it, and I feel like you should mail me one.
I will if we meet up again. Speaking of mailing things, you shouldn't mail me that thing that I won't mention here.
I'm not mailing it to you. I'm mailing it to Turtles.
Right, mail Turtles that thing.
Mail Turtles the thing, right. Alright, buddy boys. This has been our review of Suicide Squad.
Probably gonna get like 5 views like our Civil War review did,
yeah,
but who cares? I wanted to talk about this movie with someone.
I did too. Yeah, okay. So, I haven't spoken with anyone about it really. Basically, final thoughts, Matt?
Enjoyable movie, but not a good movie.
I think you should see it because...
Oh yeah, see the movie.
No, we're not, by all means, we're not saying skip the movie. It's not bad enough that you shouldn't see it. I'm glad, like Batman vs. Superman.
I wouldn't even say Batman vs. Superman is bad enough that you shouldn't see it.
I loved Batman vs. Superman in the theaters. I would have hated it if I was like, oh, it got terrible reviews. I'll wait for it to come to fucking Netflix or...
My thing is that when I watched the movie in the theater, except for certain, like, really stupid parts, like some of the Lex Luthor parts, I turned off my brain and was able to really dig it. But once I got out of the theater, I immediately started thinking, wait, why the fuck did he leave a piss jar on her desk? Like, just started thinking.
I was laughing. Yeah, exactly. I was laughing a lot. It was like, Lex Luthor pissed in the... Like, there had to be a scene they didn't put in the movie, but there had to have been a point in the story where there was, at some point, Lex Luthor went into a bathroom with a jar, pissed in it, wrote Granny's peach tea, then, like, put it on, like, the counter in the
well, how did he know she was gonna turn
it?
How did he know she was gonna turn it around at the exact moment that
the exact moment that the bomb goes? Okay, wrong movie. We'll have a discussion if I ever manage to see Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman. But for now,
Ultimate Edition is a little bit better.
Okay, sure. But thank you for listening to the Grease and Oil podcast. The only podcast that discusses the shittiest topics and freaking.
If they release an Ultimate Edition of Suicide Squad, I will officially be done with DC, though.
I feel like they should do what they did for the second Superman movie, like the Richard Donner cut, you know?
The David Ayer cut. I would like to see that, because the actual
Suicide Squad, the David
before
Ayer
it was cut to shit,
so
it looks like an entertaining movie.
Yeah. Yes. 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 More yes. Okay, so thank you for listening. Anything you'd like to plug this week, Matt?
Tweet us #GAOP. We forgot to read tweets this week.
Oh wait. What's our question of the week? I forgot about this. What's the question? I keep wanting to end. What's the question of the week?
What DC movie would you like to see Slipknot show up in next?
Yes, which I don't think it would work in Wonder Woman because that's in like World War I or whatever. But yeah. Slipknot. Have you seen Suicide Squad? Did you enjoy Slipknot's a big Shakespearean speech?
Guys, tweet at us #GAOP and also use #UntieThe7 to show your support for Slipknot.
#TCC. Never forget. My heart will go on forever. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.